So we're going to check our work on the other classwork. Normally I would work through the problems, but for sake of time, I'm going to tell you the answer. And then if you got it wrong, I want you to continue watching this part to see how I got that answer. So on question 2, the answer was Peter was completing 24 push-ups before his injury. 24. All right, if you didn't get that. So it says Peter's trying to work out by completing sit-ups and push-ups in order to gain muscle mass. Originally, Peter was completing 5 sit-ups for every 3 push-ups, but then he injured his shoulder. After the injury, Peter completed the same number of repetitions as he did before his injury, but he completed 7 sit-ups for every 1 push-up. So, for instance, if he was doing, I'm totally making this up, but 20 reps of both of those combined originally, he's still doing 20, just in a different combination. During a training session after his injury, Peter completed 8 push-ups. How many push-ups was Peter completing before? So this is before his injury, and this will be after his injury. This looks pretty similar to up here, right? Saturday and Sunday. And this is going to be sit-ups and push-ups. So before he was doing 5 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 sections to every 3 push-ups. And after his injury, now he's doing 7 sit-ups. So sit-ups, push-ups. So 7 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? There we go. And just 1 push-up. He was taking it safe. So now here's where the actual numbers come in. After his injury, so we're looking here, he completed 8 push-ups. So 8, this is 8. And there's just 1 unit there. So if this is 8, we know all of these are 8. So the question they actually want us to answer was, how many push-ups was Peter completing before his injury? So right here, what would this be? If we know every unit's 8, 8, 16, 24. 24 push-ups before his injury. All right, next question. All right, the answer for question 3, there we go, is Rob has $120. So if you didn't get that, watch so you can see how I get it. Tom and Rob are brothers who like to make bets about the outcomes of different contests between them. Before the last bet, the ratio of the amount of Tom's money to the amount of Rob's money was 4-7. Rob lost the latest competition, and now the ratio of the amount of Tom's money to the amount of Rob's money is 8-3. If Rob had $280 before the last competition, how much does Rob have now that he lost the bet? So I'm going to say this is before the competition. This is after the latest competition. And the things I'm comparing is Tom to Rob. Tom to Rob. There we go. So before, the ratio of Tom's money to Rob's money was 4-7. 1, 2, let me add 1 more. 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. 4-7. And after was 8-3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. Here we go. If Rob had $280 before the last competition, so before Rob, so if this was 280, and now after he lost the bet, we're wondering what this is. How much does Rob have now that he lost? So that 280, how can I split it up between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 280 divided by 7. I don't know what 280 divided by 7 is, but I know 28 divided by 7 would be 4. How's that going to change now that I ignored that 0? 40. I could check it. 40 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Add that 0 back in. So if each one of these is 40, what are each of these? 40. So that'd be 40, 80, 120. He had $120 after the last competition. All right, question 4. The answer to question 4, is 80 bikes were ordered as part of the new order. Okay, so if you didn't get it, take a look at how we solve. A sporting goods store ordered new bikes and scooters. For every 3 bikes ordered, 4 scooters were ordered. However, bikes were way more popular than scooters, so the store changed its next order. The new ratio of the number of bikes to the number of scooters was 5:2. If the same amount of sporting equipment was ordered in both orders and 64 scooters were ordered originally, how many bikes were ordered as part of the new order? So again, what's that saying? It's kind of like that sit-up, push-up one, is the total of the order is the same in both. Let's say he ordered 100 bikes and scooters in the first order and 100 bikes and scooters in the second. They just split it up different. Maybe in that first order, it was 70 bikes, 30 scooters. And in the other one, he did 60 scooters, 40 bikes. You see what I'm saying? It's just broken up differently. So this will be the original order. I'm just going to say first order. And then this will be the second order. And we're looking at bikes and scooters. A bike and a scoot. A bike and a scoot. So again, in that first order, he ordered 3 bikes. Or for every 3 bikes, he ordered 4 scooters. So 3 bikes for every 4 scooters. And in the second order, he changed it. It was 5 bikes for every 2 scooters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for every 2 scooters. That. And then it's giving us more information. The 64 scooters, if the same amount of sporting equipment was ordered in both orders, and 64 scooters were ordered originally. So over here, original first order, if this is 64, how many bikes were ordered in the new order? So they want to know this one. All right, 64. 64 divided by 4. That's not necessarily a math fact, but do you know what half of 64 would be? I know half is 32. So if those 2 need to equal 32, what would one of those be? What's half of 32? 16. So if each unit is worth 16, over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. There were 80 bikes ordered in the latest order. All right, question 5 down here. So the answer is there were 69 students in advanced math and 184 students in regular math before the placement tests. So again, if you're not sure how to solve, at the beginning of grade 6, the ratio of the number of advanced math students to the number of regular math students was 3:8. However, after taking placement tests, students were moved around, changing the ratio to the number of advanced math students to the number of regular math students as 4:7. How many students started in regular math and advanced math if there were 92 students in advanced math after the placement test? Okay, so this is before the placement test. This is after the placement test. And we have advanced and we have regular. advanced, regular. All right. It was 3 to 8 originally. And there's my 3. Here's my 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then after it was 4 to 7. Okay, there's my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now fill in with the information we know. How many students started in regular math? So how many started here and advanced math if there were 92 in advanced math after the placement? So if this is 92. All right, so we have 92 split into 4 sections. You can kind of use my same trick as before. 92, I could just set up and do 92 divided by 4. But I'm thinking, what's half of 92? Well, I know half of 2 would be 1. Half of 90 would be 45. So if we combine that 45 plus the 1, we have 46. Oops, that's not, I didn't want to write that down. 46 would be in this section. Can I split up 46? Well, half of 4 is 2. Half of 6 is 3. Each one of those is 23. So in the advanced, there'd be 23. There are 3 of them. 3 times 3, 3 times 2. There are 69 advanced math students before the placement test. And then regular, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 23 times 8. So we have 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. We have 184 regular math students before the placement test. All right, almost done. We have 2 last questions over here if you got this far. So question 6, the answer is there were 30 students in art class and 105 students in gym class during first semester. Okay, if you need to figure out how to solve. During first semester, the ratio of the number of students in art class to the number of students in gym class was 2 to 7. However, the art class was really small and the gym class were large, so the principal changed students around for the second semester. So we have first semester, second semester. In second semester, the ratio of the number of students in art class to the ratio of the number of students in gym class was 5 to 4. If 75 students were in art class second semester, how many were in art class and gym class first semester? So we have first, second, and we're doing art first, then gym, PE, art, and gym. So first semester, it was 2 to 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can see why they wanted to change it. That seems a little disproportionate. So then they changed it, so it was 5 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 5 to 4. More even. Funny that they added more into art. Okay, what do we know now? So I'm filling in. If 75 students were in art class second semester, so here's second, so if this was 75, how many were in art class and gym class first semester? So they want to know how many were here and how many were here. Okay, so at 75, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to break that 75 up into 5. You could count it out. What kind of think? 5 can go to 7 one time. We have 2. Bring down the 5. 5 can go into 25 5 times. And get right on the money. All right, so if each one of these is 15, Art class over here, what's 15 plus 15? That's where that 30 students in art class came from. And then 15 plus 15, we have to do it quite a few times here. So we have 1, 2, so that'd be 30. 1, 2, 15, that'd be 30. 1, 2, that'd be 30. So we have 30, 60, 90, plus 15 more. 105. There are 105 students in gym class. Okay, last one. Our answer for number 7 is Jeanette has $624 in her savings account and $468 in her checking account after moving money. All right, so this one, just so you know, there's a bank, and when you put money in a bank, you have an option to put it into 2 places. Checking, it's a little bit easier to spend that money. Savings, they try and make it a little bit harder so that you don't just go spending all your money that you're trying to save up. So it says, Jeanette wants to save money, but she has not been good at it in the past. The ratio of the amount of money in the savings account to the amount of money in her checking account was 1 to 6. Because Jeanette is trying to get better at saving money, she moves some money out of her checking account into her savings account. Now the ratio of the amount of money in her savings to the amount of money in her checking is 4 to 3. If Jeanette had $936 in her checking account before moving money, how much money does Jeanette have in each account after moving money? Okay, so this is before the move, after the move. Let's say this is checking, this is savings, and this is checking, this is savings. So first was 1 to 6. Oh wait, was it checking and savings? Oh, darn it. I almost flip-flopped. Savings came first, so this is 1. I apologize if you did yours kind of in the opposite way. Just know that mine might be flipped. And this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it is 4 to 3. Savings 4. And then checking 3. And what information do we have? So Jeanette had $936 in her checking account before moving money. So this was $936. And now we want to know how much money does Jeanette have in each account. So how much is here and how much is here? Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm going to split the 936 up evenly into 6 pieces, 6 can go into 9 one time. 1 times 6 was 6. When I subtract, I'd have 3. And bring down the other 3. How many times can 6 go into 33? It can go in 5 times. We get 30. If I subtract, we're 3 away. Bring down the 6. 6 can go into 36 6 times. I get right on the money with that 36. So each one of these pieces would be 156, which now I can use to figure out how much was in her checkings and savings. So 156 times 3 of them. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. She had $468 in her checking after she moved it. And then over here I need to do another group. So I could either add 156 here or do 156 times the 4 groups. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. She had $624 in her savings account. How'd it go? All right, so on the back side there is a lesson summary. It says, when solving problems in which a ratio between 2 quantities changes, it's helpful to draw a before tape diagram and an after tape diagram. And I hope you saw that from the lesson. I truly don't know if I could keep all this in my head without kind of mapping it out. There are 2 other questions that if you have time, you could go back and solve now. There will be a video where you can check your answers there. But yeah, that's it, everyone. Good job. Bye.